I, 32 male, own a 4-bedroom house. Paid it off 3 years ago after grinding at my software engineering job since I was 22. No inheritance, no help from parents, just 10 years of living like a broke college student while making decent money. That house is my proudest achievement. My fiancée, 29, moved in 8 months ago. We'd been dating for 2 years before that. Things were good. Wedding planned for next spring. Save the dates already sent. Her dress bought, the whole 9 yards. She doesn't pay rent. We agreed on that early. She makes about $42,000 a year as a dental hygienist, and I make significantly more. She covers groceries and some utilities. I handle the mortgage, which is now just property taxes and insurance since it's paid off, and major expenses. Fair enough. 3 weeks ago, she started acting weird. Secretive phone calls. Hushed conversations that stopped when I walked in. She kept saying she was planning a surprise for me. I figured it was something for my birthday next month. Maybe a party, maybe a trip. I didn't push. Last Tuesday, I came home from work around 6 p.m. Normal day. Pulled into my driveway and noticed a U-Haul truck parked on the street. Weird, but whatever. Maybe neighbors were moving. Walked through my front door. There were people in my living room, 5 of them. People I'd never seen before in my life. An older couple on my couch. A guy in his early 20s sprawled in my recliner playing something on his phone. 2 teenage girls taking selfies by my fireplace. My fiancé came running out of the kitchen, beaming. "Surprise! I wanted to wait until everything was set up, but you're early." I stood there, processing. What is this? It's my family. Mom, Dad, my brother, and the twins. They're moving in. I looked around. Boxes everywhere. Someone had already hung a tacky decorative sign over my mantle that said, "Family is everything." "Moving in?" I repeated. Flat voice. "Yes! Isn't it amazing? They lost their rental. The landlord sold the building, and I knew we had all this space, and I wanted to surprise you. This way we can all be together." Her mother stood up, arms open, coming toward me for a hug. "We're so grateful. Our daughter told us you'd be thrilled to have family around." I stepped back, didn't return the hug attempt. Looked at my fiancé. "You moved 5 people into my house without asking me?" Her smile flickered. I wanted it to be a surprise. I knew you'd say yes, so You knew I'd say yes to 5 people moving into my home permanently? "It's our home," she said. First hint of defensiveness. "We're getting married. What's yours is ours. We're not married yet, and this house is solely in my name, which you know." Her father stepped forward. Big guy, weathered face, clearly used to being intimidating. "Now hold on, son. We're family. Family helps family. You've got all this space, and we need somewhere to land for a bit." "A bit? Few months, maybe a year, until we get back on our feet." A year. 5 extra people. In my house. That I worked a decade to own. I pulled out my phone. My fiancé grabbed my arm. "What are you doing?" "Calling the police!" Her mother gasped. "What?" "There are 5 people in my house that I didn't invite. That's trespassing." "We're not trespassers." Her brother sat up, finally interested. "Your girlfriend invited us." "Fiancé," she corrected. "And yes, I live here. I can have guests." "Guests don't move furniture in. Guests don't unpack boxes. Guests don't show up with a U-Haul." I was already dialing. "You have about 10 minutes to start loading that truck back up before officers arrive." Her father stepped closer. "You're not seriously doing this." "I am." Over a misunderstanding? Moving 5 people into someone's home without their knowledge or consent isn't a misunderstanding. It's a violation. My fiancé started crying. "I can't believe you're doing this. I thought you loved me. I thought we were building a life together." "We were, until you decided to make massive life decisions without even asking me. I knew you'd react like this. That's why I did it as a surprise. I knew you'd say no if I asked." "And that didn't tell you something?" The 911 operator answered. I gave them my address, explained there were unauthorized people in my residence who were refusing to leave. They dispatched a unit. The next 10 minutes were chaos. Her mother crying, her father yelling, the brother pacing and muttering about calling a lawyer. The twins were recording everything on their phones because of course they were. My fiancé was in full meltdown mode. How can you do this to me? To US? We're getting married. No, I said. We're not. That stopped her cold. What? The wedding is off. We're done. You can't be serious. You moved your entire family into my house without asking. You knew I'd say no, so you did it behind my back. That's not a partnership. That's manipulation. I was trying to help them, then help them find an apartment. Don't volunteer my home. The cops arrived, 2 officers. They were professional about it. Asked for ID, asked who owned the property, asked who lived here. I showed them the deed. I keep a copy in my home office. My fiancée confirmed she wasn't on it. The officers explained to her family that they needed to leave. Her father tried arguing. This is a family matter, officers. You don't need to be involved. Sir, the property owner has asked you to leave. If you don't comply, we'll have to remove you. Her mother started wailing about being thrown out like garbage. The twins were still recording, now narrating dramatically for what I assume was TikTok. Loading that U-Haul took 2 hours. The cops stayed the whole time, which I appreciated. My fiancé, ex-fiancé now, kept trying to talk to me, but I just sat on the porch, not engaging. When they were finally gone, one officer hung back. You okay? Yeah, just processing. Smart move, calling us. Seen too many situations like this where people try to handle it themselves and it escalates. Thanks. He nodded and left. My ex was the last to go. She stood by her car, which was still at the house. She'd apparently driven separately from the U-Haul. I can't believe you're throwing away 2 years over this. I'm not the one who threw it away. Where am I supposed to go? Your family has a U-Haul full of stuff. Figure it out together. She got in her car, drove off. I went inside, took down that stupid family is everything sign, threw it in the trash. Then I sat in my empty, quiet living room and let myself feel it. The betrayal, the shock, the anger, but also relief. Because if she was willing to do this before we were married, what would she have done after? More updates to come. She still has stuff here, and I have a feeling this isn't over. Thanks for all the support on my last post. A lot of you predicted correctly. It got worse before it got better. The night after the U-Haul incident, my phone was blowing up. Her mother, her father, her brother, who apparently got my number from her phone. Even one of the twins texted me calling me a boomer narcissist. I'm 32, whatever. I blocked everyone except my ex. Figured I needed to keep that line open for logistics. She still had clothes, toiletries, some furniture she'd brought when she moved in. I'm not trying to steal her stuff. Day 2, she showed up unannounced, didn't knock, walked right in with her key like nothing happened. I was working from home. She appeared in my office doorway. We need to talk. You should have knocked. I live here. You did. You don't anymore. That's not your decision. It literally is. It's my house. She sat down across from my desk like this was a negotiation. Look, I overreacted. Moving them in without telling you was wrong. I see that now. But you overreacted too. Calling the police, canceling the wedding, that's insane. Is it? Yes! Normal couples fight and work through things. They don't throw away 2 years over one mistake. One mistake? I lean back. You moved 5 people into my house. You had a U-Haul. You rearranged my furniture. You hung decorations. That's not a mistake. That's a premeditated plan that you knew I wouldn't agree to, so you did it behind my back. I was trying to help my family. At my expense, without my consent. We're supposed to be a team. Teams discuss things. They don't ambush each other. She switched tactics. Tears started flowing. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. My parents were desperate. They had nowhere to go. I panicked. Please, can we just start over? Where are they now? What? Your family. Where are they staying? A motel. So they found a solution, without using my house. It's temporary. They can't afford. Not my problem. I stood up. You need to schedule a time to get your belongings. Not today. This weekend works. I'll make sure I'm here. You're kicking me out, just like that? You stopped living here the moment you decided my home was yours to give away. She left, but not before calling me heartless and selfish, and the worst mistake of her life. Day 3 is when the real circus began. Her father showed up at my door at 7 a.m., pounding on it like he was trying to break it down. I have a Ring doorbell. I watched him on my phone for a solid 2 minutes before I opened it. He was red-faced, sweating, clearly hadn't slept well. You and I are gonna have a conversation. No, we're not. You embarrassed my family. You called cops on us like we were criminals. You were trespassing. We were invited. By someone who didn't have the authority to invite you. She lives there. Not anymore. And even when she did, she didn't own the property. She can't move people in without the homeowner's consent. That's basic tenancy law. I don't care about your laws. I care about my daughter, who's heartbroken because of you. Your daughter is heartbroken because her plan to manipulate me backfired. That's not my fault. He stepped closer. Chest puffed out. Classic intimidation move. You're going to fix this. I'm going to close my door now. If you come back, I'm calling the police again. If you threaten me, I'm filing for a restraining order. We're done here. I closed the door, locked it. Watched him stand there for another minute before he stomped back to his truck. Day 4, I got a call from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. It was her mother. I just want you to know what you've done to this family. Ma'am, my husband hasn't slept in 3 days. My son is talking about finding you and teaching you respect. My daughters are traumatized, and my baby girl cries herself to sleep every night. I'm sorry you're going through this, but your daughter made a choice she made a choice to include you in our family, and you rejected us. She made a choice to give away something that wasn't hers to give. It's just a house. We're talking about people. It's my house, the one I spent 10 years paying off. And those people, your family, are your responsibility, not mine. You're a cold, selfish man. I thank God every day she found out before she married you. We agree on something then. I hung up. Day 5, today, I got served. Not with a lawsuit, yet, but with a formal letter from a lawyer. Apparently, my ex has retained legal counsel. The letter demands 1. Compensation for emotional distress caused by the public humiliation of the police incident. 2. Return of all financial contributions she made during the relationship. She's claiming around $8,000. 3. A reasonable transition period to find new housing. She wants to move back in for 30 days. 4. Payment for her wedding dress, which she claims she can't return. $2,400. I laughed out loud reading it, showed it to my own attorney, called him right after the U-Haul incident. I'm not stupid. His response, this is nonsense. She was never on the lease, never on the deed, and there's no common law marriage in this state. The contributions she's claiming were likely gifts or shared expenses, not loans. Unless she has documentation showing otherwise, she has no case. As for the wedding dress, that's her problem. He's drafting a response. Basically, no to everything. And if she continues with frivolous claims, we'll seek legal fees. Her stuff is still here. I boxed it all up. It's in the garage. I sent her one final text. Your belongings are packed and in the garage. You have until Sunday at 5 p.m. to pick them up. After that, they'll be donated. Her response, you're a monster. Then, 10 minutes later, fine. I'll be there Saturday. Saturday's tomorrow. I've asked a friend to be here as a witness, not taking any chances. This is far from over. I can feel it. Her family isn't the type to let things go quietly. All right, here's how it all shook out. Saturday came. She showed up with her brother and her father. Not ideal, but whatever. I had my buddy there, and I'd informed the local precinct that I might need them on standby. Guy at the non-emergency line actually remembered the case from the initial call. Said he'd have a patrol car nearby. They pulled up in a rented pickup truck. Her father wouldn't look at me. Her brother glared the entire time. My ex was doing this thing where she pretended I didn't exist while making pointed comments loud enough for me to hear. Can't believe I wasted 2 years on this. Some people just don't understand family. Hope he enjoys being alone forever. I didn't engage. Just pointed to the garage, told them her stuff was labeled and organized, and went back inside. It took them about an hour to load everything. Halfway through, her mother called her. I could hear the conversation through the open garage door. She was apparently coordinating where everything would go since they were now splitting between a storage unit and her brother's apartment. Fun fact I learned from that call, her brother's apartment is a 1-bedroom, and now her parents, her brother, and the twins are all crammed in there because the motel got too expensive. Not my problem, but also kinda satisfying. Is that petty? Maybe. I'll own it. When they were almost done, my ex came to the front door. I opened it, but didn't invite her in. The ring. What? My engagement ring. I want it back. I almost laughed. That's not how it works. I gave you that ring contingent on us getting married. We're not getting married. It reverts to me. That's ridiculous. That's the law in this state. Google it. She turned red. You're really going to nickel and dime me over a ring? You're really going to demand a ring after trying to move 5 people into my house without asking? I can't believe I ever loved you. I can't believe I was going to marry someone who thought it was okay to make decisions like that unilaterally. I guess we're both disappointed. She stormed off. They finished loading. Her father said something under his breath as he passed me that sounded like piece of work, but I let it go. They left. The lawyer stuff got resolved faster than expected. Their attorney sent one more threatening letter after my lawyer responded. This one claimed my ex had tenant rights and that my eviction of her was illegal. They demanded I allow her to return to the property for 30 days minimum. My lawyer responded with A. She was never a tenant. She didn't pay rent, wasn't on any lease, and had no formal tenancy agreement. She was a guest, and guests can be asked to leave at any time. B. Even if she had been a tenant, her surprise of moving in 5 unauthorized occupants would have been grounds for immediate eviction anyway. C. If they continued with these frivolous claims, we would countersue for legal fees and harassment. Radio silence after that. Her family tried one more thing, though. About a week after the pickup, I got a call from a local news station. Reporter wanted to comment on a story about a man who threw out his fiancée's homeless family into the street in front of police officers. Someone, I'm guessing the twins with their TikTok footage, had tried to pitch this as a viral story. Woman helps family, heartless man calls cops, drama ensues. I told the reporter I'd be happy to comment. Gave her the full story. Explained that I came home to find 5 strangers in my house without any prior discussion or consent. Explained that my fiancée had explicitly said she did it as a surprise because she knew I'd say no if she asked. The reporter paused. She knew you'd say no? Her exact words. That's not how the family presented it. I'm not surprised. She thanked me for my time. The story never aired. Apparently, woman secretly moves family into fiancé's home, gets caught, isn't as sympathetic as they'd hoped. One of the twins did post the Ring doorbell footage of her dad confronting me. Comments were not in their favor. Turns out, when you watch a grown man try to intimidate someone on their own property while demanding they fix a situation they created, sympathy doesn't flow your direction. So where are things now? My ex and her family are still crammed into that 1-bedroom apartment. I heard through a mutual friend that her parents are now looking for their own place, but housing in this market isn't cheap, and apparently her father's credit is trash. My ex is back living with her brother and his roommate situation. From what I understand, it's not going well. She went from having a whole house to sharing a pull-out couch with her teenage sisters. I sold the engagement ring, got $3,200 for it, used the money to upgrade my home security system, and put the rest toward a vacation I'm planning for next month. The wedding vendors were mostly understanding. Lost the deposit on the venue, $500, because it was non-refundable at this point. Her family was supposed to cover half, but surprise, surprise, they never paid their portion. So that's $1,500 I'll never see again. Could be worse. I've heard through the grapevine that my ex tells everyone I abandoned her over a misunderstanding, that I was looking for an excuse to get out of the wedding, that I never really loved her. If that's the story that helps her sleep at night, fine. I know what happened. The cops know what happened. Her own lawyer eventually figured out what happened, which is probably why they went quiet. Here's what I learned from all this. When someone shows you they're willing to make massive decisions about your life without your input, because they know you'll disagree, believe them. That's not love. That's not partnership. That's control dressed up as good intentions. She didn't surprise me with a party or a trip. She surprised me with a fundamental violation of trust and autonomy. And when I reacted appropriately, I became the villain in her story. I'm okay with that. My house is quiet now, just me. And honestly, I like it. I spent 10 years earning this peace. I'm not about to let anyone take it from me without my explicit, enthusiastic, informed consent. Some people think I went too far, called the cops on family, ended a 2-year relationship on the spot. But here's the thing. The relationship ended the moment she decided my home wasn't mine anymore. The moment she planned and executed a scheme specifically because she knew I'd refuse if asked. Everything after that was just paperwork. She made her choice. I made mine, and I'd make it again. Since some people asked, yes, I kept the house. No, I'm not selling it. This is my home. I built my life here. One bad relationship doesn't change that. For everyone asking about the twins' TikTok, I'm not linking it. They're teenagers, and they were doing what their parents and sister encouraged them to do. They'll learn eventually that recording yourself being entitled doesn't usually go viral for the reasons you want. Last one. Someone in the comments asked if I miss her. Honestly, I miss who I thought she was, the person I was going to marry. But that person wouldn't have done what she did. So I'm mourning someone who never really existed. And that's a weird kind of grief, but I'm working through it.